In today's episode of Ask the Pond Digger, we're going to talk about turning your pond pumps off at night, why your pond might smell, and can you swim in your koi pond? Hey, I want to start today's show off with a question we get asked all the time. And the question is, can I shut my pond pump off at night to save electricity, save energy? I really believe this is a California-based question, but I want to talk about it anyways because it kind of stretches across the nation. But in California, our rates for electricity are incredibly high. I know in Oklahoma, for example, they have no care in the world how much energy their pump uses. For some reason, they use pumps with 10 amps. They have these massive waterfalls going. But in Southern California, and California in general, there was a lot of construction being done probably 20 years ago with swimming pool technology for koi ponds. And so you have this high energy sucking pump that's running a waterfall and running a life support system. And it costs a lot of money to run. So all the time we're getting people saying, hey, I want to shut this off at night so it doesn't cost me so much. And it's interesting because in the past 20 years when I've been in the field of building ponds, I've seen the beginnings of really good pond pumps, energy efficient, and I've seen the pool motor technology kind of going to the wayside. And we were building with energy efficient pumps. And over the time span, our electricity kept rising. And even with the energy efficient pumps, we were maybe using some pumps that were a little bit stronger for more waterfalls. It seemed like there was a phase where everyone wanted that. And then our electricity kept going up, and then so people were like, hey, I want to shut these energy efficient pond pumps off. So it's been kind of a tricky ride, but the answer to this question, I don't mean to ramble, is no, you can't shut your pond pump off at night because it should be running a life support system, and it has a living ecosystem of bacteria and beneficial enzymes and so forth that's running the system, and it's keeping your pond in clarity, it's keeping your pond in health. And so we don't want to shut off any pond pumps at night. We do have a lot of people, we've been helping a lot of people with that might still have pool technology, still happens today, and then we want to use a better efficient pump on there. We can also convert pumps that are, there's a lot of submersible pumps that have high amps, and in California we can take submersible pumps and go with external pumps to help save electricity as well. So there's ways we can help save the cost because that is the main focus of how do I save money on electricity. And we can help solve that by going to external pump technology. I will tell you, on occasion on bigger ponds where I'm circulating stuff, there are cases where I have a life support pump that runs 24/7, continuous duty, 365 days a year, running life support. And then we might have other skimmers located on the pond that just manage some surface debris. And those skimmers might run on circuits to make a bigger waterfall or run return jets in the pond. So we can design ponds nowadays with good circulation, good waterfalls, but still save you electricity. And that really is the bottom line. Let's jump on to question 2. This happens quite frequently. I shouldn't say too frequently, but I do get it. It's not totally rare to have a phone call and say, hey, my pond smells. I need you to come take a look at it. Why does it smell? And this offends me. This is offensive when someone says their pond smells because it really shines bad on my industry and my passion for ponds to have a smelly pond. Because if people go around saying, oh, I thought about having a pond, but it smells, it really shines bad on me. I will tell you my ponds do not smell, and your pond should not smell either. If your pond smells, I'll tell you this. There's a lot of things that could be happening. I can't tell you exactly, but I'll tell you things to look for. Probably have too many fish. You're probably feeding too much. You probably have poor circulation. You're probably shutting your pond pump off at night. And so when the pond turns back on, you have this nasty smell coming from the filters because everything died at night. So there's a little tie right there, you see. You're probably not doing your routine maintenance. You might not have a skimmer on the pond, so you might have a lot of sediment in the bottom of the pond that's creating a nasty smell, and it's off-gassing, and you're standing next to the pond, you can smell it. So you need to focus on circulation, population, filtration, okay? Those are the things if you have a smelly pond. So if you know anyone with a smelly pond, tell them to call me so we can get it fixed immediately, because we do not want smelly ponds out there. It's bad for us, okay? All right, I'm gonna move over to, here's a question. Roy Benami I hope I said that right. I believe he's from Israel. He came up with a fantastic question, and the question he has is, can I swim in my koi pond? And this is an interesting new phenomenon for the United States. I know for years they've been doing swim ponds in Europe, and then slowly moving into the States. I think it's fantastic. In California specifically, it's pretty tricky because it's a very litigious state where people are suing people for stuff, and the swimming pool industry is very large in California, Southern California specifically. So I don't think there might be some headbutting going on of having these swim ponds show up into my territory, but I would encourage it because I think it's cool. But the question is, can I swim in my koi pond? I'll tell you, I have a lot of clients that do swim with their koi, but it's not a common practice. It's not like they're in there all the time and they're drinking the water when they're swimming around. I'll tell you, the studying that I've done and the information that I've looked at on natural swim ponds, or NSPs, natural swim ponds from Europe, there was a German term, it's called verboten, and I hope I said that right, but that means forbidden. Fish should be forbidden in a natural swim pond, and that could be a whole topic of discussion. So as long as you're not looking at your koi pond as a natural swim pond, sure, you can get in there and mess around, do it with caution, take a shower when you're done, don't drink the water. But, I have a lot of clients that get in with their koi all the time. So I know it's kind of a yes and no answer, but I think as I continue on in my career of building ponds, I think the natural swim pond phenomenon will continue to take over into the United States, and I embrace it. I think it's going to be a real fun ride. Before I get to the question of the day, I want to tell you why I might be wearing this Fitz's Fish Pond shirt, because I want to make an announcement. He is officially our 2014 Helix Pond Contractor of the Year. Applause, everyone, applause. Let's get some applause. Let me tell you about Fitz's Fish Ponds. He is a young guy. He's incredibly passionate. He's stoked about ponds, and I love to see the young people coming up in the industry and turning their passion into business, and I applaud him for that. And I'll tell you why he won Pond Contractor of the Year, the Helix Pond Contractor of the Year. He is passionate, as I said, but he's incredibly versatile, and he's willing to learn. He's constantly looking to grow. He's getting educated, and he's educating people on the business, and I think that's fantastic. There's a lot of other underlying things that he's done through the season. He's very much a team player, and we love him for that. I mean, he would hop in a car right now and drive 2 states away if he had to help out our Helix Nation, and I love him for that. Congratulations, Brian Fitzsimmons. If you are in New Jersey and you are looking for pond service, pond maintenance, pond construction, and you don't look up Fitz's Ponds, that's a tongue twister. I know there's another one in Germany but I don't know it. Fitz's Fish Ponds, if you're in Jersey and you don't look him up, you're messing up. You got to get a bid from him on whatever you're doing and go in and see him. Give him a high five and tell him the Pond Digger sent you. The question of the day, I want to know, tell me what water treatments you're using on your pond to manage clarity, manage algae, whatever you're doing. Tell me what you're doing to your pond. I want to know what our viewers are using to keep their pond all done up. And I've had a lot of fun looking for the questions of Ask the Pond Digger, and I think that by now you know what you need to do. You need to hashtag Ask the Pond Digger and post it up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and we'll track down your questions, and we'll do our very best to get them answered right here on the show. Thanks for watching.